It started subtly, like a change in the weather you can't quite put your finger on. My wife Sarah and I had been married for 8 years. We had our ups and downs like any couple, but I always felt we were a team, that our bond was unbreakable. Then she started mentioning a new coworker, Mark. At first it was just work stories, updates about a big project they were on together. I didn't think anything of it, was proud of her career and happy she had a supportive colleague. But the mentions of Mark became more frequent and the details more personal. I'd come home and she'd be on her phone, smiling. When I'd ask what was so funny, she'd just say, "Oh, nothing. Just a silly meme Mark sent." The phone, which used to be left on the counter, was now always with her, screen down or in her pocket. The password was changed. When I asked why, she said it was for work security, a new company policy. I wanted to believe her, I really did. The distance between us grew. Our late-night talks were replaced by the glow of her phone screen. When I'd try to hug her, she'd feel stiff, distant. It felt like I was living with a roommate, not the woman I'd built a life with. The loneliness was crushing. I was in a house full of our shared memories, yet I'd never felt more alone. I started to feel like a ghost in my own home, watching her live a life that didn't seem to include me anymore. One evening, I decided to confront the silence. I asked her, "Sarah, what's going on? Are you unhappy?" She immediately got defensive. "What are you talking about? I'm just tired from work." But her eyes wouldn't meet mine. The argument escalated, and finally, through tears, she admitted it. She and Mark had been talking constantly, sharing things she no longer shared with me, their fears, their dreams, their inside jokes. She insisted it was just emotional, that nothing physical had happened. But those words, just emotional, felt like a punch to the gut. An emotional affair. It wasn't about a physical act. It was about the betrayal of intimacy, the redirection of her heart. She had given someone else the key to her inner world, a world that was once reserved for me. I felt like a stranger looking at a picture of my marriage, unable to recognize the people in it. The foundation of our relationship, built on trust and emotional connection, had crumbled. She said she didn't know how it happened, that it just grew. But for me, it felt like a deliberate choice she made every time she picked up her phone to message him instead of talking to me. Every secret shared with him was a wall built between us. The trust was shattered. I wasn't just hurt. I was erased from the most intimate parts of her life. Rebuilding from this feels impossible. It's like trying to put together a broken mirror. Even if you get all the pieces back, you can still see the cracks. The pain of an emotional affair is unique. It makes you question not just your partner's actions, but your own reality. Was I not enough? Did I miss the signs? The what-ifs are a constant storm in my mind. For anyone going through something similar, know that your feelings are valid. The confusion, the betrayal, the deep sense of loss, it's real. And if you're struggling, please don't suffer in silence. Talking to a therapist or a trusted friend can be a lifeline. Remember, your mental health matters. Seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Thank you for listening to my story.